Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news in what could be one of the most shocking rumors of the NFL offseason. Adam Schefter dropped a bombshell that has Bills fans buzzing. According to his reports on November 19, 2025, the Minnesota Vikings, sitting at 4-6 with a pretty tight cap space of around $28 million, are actively listening to offers for their star wide receiver, Justin Jefferson. Now, that's huge news on its own, but what's really turning heads is the potential trade that could send Jefferson to the Bills before the start of the new season. Schefter reports that the Vikings are open to trading Jefferson in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 plus a second-round pick in 2026, and it's all happening before the offseason kicks into full gear. Now, let's talk about what this means for both teams, especially for the Bills. Jefferson, only 26 years old, is already considered one of the elite wide receivers in the league. His 2025 campaign has been nothing short of spectacular. He's hauled in 56 receptions for 747 yards, averaging 3 yards per catch, with an impressive 7 yards per game. He's scored 2 touchdowns so far, but what really makes him stand out is his route running and ability to make explosive plays. Jefferson's 93 target rating, along with a 382 yards per route run, places him firmly in the top 10 among receivers. His PFF receiving grade is at an elite 88.4, and his EPA per target of 0.38 shows he's consistently making a difference when he's on the field. Not to mention, he's forcing 22 missed tackles in just 10 games, a clear indicator of his ability to break tackles and rack up yards after the catch. Since entering the league in 2020, Jefferson has amassed over 6.0 receiving yards and 38 touchdowns, drawing comparisons to Randy Moss in terms of route precision and playmaking ability. Why would the Vikings consider trading him? Well, there's a perfect storm brewing in Minnesota. The offensive line has been leaking sacks, with Kirk Cousins being pressured and hit more frequently. 32 sacks allowed this season, which is a concern, especially with a rookie head coach like Kevin McCarthy trying to develop the offense. Then there's the cap situation. With the team needing to extend players like Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson, they might need to free up some space. The Vikings are also prioritizing their defense, which is giving up an average of 2 points per game, a number that's not winning them many games. Jordan Addison, their emerging slot receiver, has been fantastic with an 82.4 PFF grade and over 600 yards, making it easier for the Vikings to consider moving Jefferson for a rebuild or to retool their roster. Meanwhile, the Bills are sitting pretty at 7-3, riding high with an offense that ranks 8th in the league, averaging 2 points per game. After trading Stefon Diggs last year, the Bills have been looking for that next dynamic receiver to complement their offense. Khalil Shakir has stepped up big time, but adding Jefferson would be a game changer. Imagine the impact of pairing him with Stefon Diggs. The defense would have to pick their poison. Jefferson's presence on the field would open up so many possibilities for Josh Allen. His route running, speed, and ability to separate from defenders would elevate the Bills' aerial attack to a whole new level. The projected stats with Jefferson in the lineup are staggering: over 400 yards receiving, around 12 touchdowns, and a noticeable boost in EPA per pass attempt. Allen's quarterback rating of 106.8 and his tendency to buy extra time with his legs would perfectly sync with Jefferson's skill set, especially considering Jefferson's ability to create separation and make contested catches. His presence would also help James Cook, who would benefit from the extra space and opportunities after the play-action fake, gaining an additional 16 yards after contact. The Bills' offense, already potent, would become downright unstoppable. With the addition of Jefferson, the team would have a true game-breaking receiver capable of stretching defenses vertically and winning contested catches in tight coverage. His ability to win on deep routes and in the red zone, where he has a 58% red zone conversion rate this season, would make Buffalo's offense even more lethal. The Bills' third down conversion rate, currently at 44. 9% could see a significant spike, making it easier for Allen to keep drives alive and sustain scoring drives. Jefferson's ability to elevate the team's points per game to around 34 would be a nightmare for defenses trying to contain Buffalo's offense. Speaking of matchups, imagine Jefferson lining up against cornerbacks like Keon Coleman, who's currently at a 70. 4 PFF grade. Jefferson's +2, 6 yards per route +1, 8 yards of separation, and his 28% contested catch rate would make him a matchup nightmare for any secondary. The Bills would essentially be adding a deep threat and a clutch receiver in one package, reminiscent of the Patriots' old Moss Brady days, but in a modern, high-powered offense led by Sean McDermott and Josh Allen. The potential boost in the Super Bowl odds is also notable. With Jefferson, the Bills' chances of winning Super Bowl LXI could jump from +800 to as high as +300, transforming them into serious contenders and making them one of the most feared teams in the AFC. This move would not only be about immediate impact, but about setting up a potential dynasty. It's no secret that adding a receiver of Jefferson's caliber would elevate the Bills' playoff profile and give them an edge in the AFC, especially against tough opponents like the Kansas City Chiefs. Jefferson's ability to rip through secondaries, especially in man coverage like the Bengals' defense allowing 248 passing yards per game, would make Buffalo's offense a nightmare to defend. It's the kind of move that could define the franchise's future, bringing a fresh wave of excitement and hope to the Bills Mafia, especially after years of heartbreak and near misses in the postseason. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the Vikings are truly willing to part ways with Jefferson, which is a big question mark. But if Buffalo can pull this off, it would be a franchise-changing move, catapulting them into serious Super Bowl conversations and possibly sealing their place in Bills history. Imagine Allen, Jefferson, Diggs, and Cook all on the field together, a dream for fans. The Bills' front office has some tough decisions to make, but if they can get this done, it could be the move that elevates the team to a new level, finally bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to Western New York after so many years of waiting. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Bills have a lot to prove this season. Their offense has shown flashes of brilliance, but the addition of a player like Jefferson could be the final piece of the puzzle. The team's defense, led by players like Matt Milano and Daquan Jones, has been solid but needs to tighten up if Buffalo wants to make a real Super Bowl push. The AFC is stacked, with the Chiefs, Bengals, and Dolphins all fighting for supremacy, but Buffalo's offense with Jefferson would certainly be a game changer. The Bills' fan base is already known for its passion and resilience, and now, with the prospect of landing Jefferson, that passion is reaching new heights. This potential trade has the NFL world talking, and Bills fans are anxiously waiting to see if it becomes reality. The offseason is always full of surprises, but if Buffalo manages to pull off this deal, it would be a statement to the league that they're all in for a Super Bowl run. The combination of Josh Allen's arm, Jefferson's receiving prowess, and the Bills' strong defense could be a recipe for a dynasty. The next few months will be crucial, but one thing is certain: the Bills are not resting on their laurels and they're aiming higher than ever. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Bills news.